Hey guys, Sage and Jordan here with HALOCOUTURE Extensions, and today we're going to show you how to refit and rewire your HALOCOUTURE extensions. So this is one of the most asked questions we get. How is my halo supposed to fit? How do I know if it's not fitting properly? And how do I rewire my extensions if need be? So we're going to answer all of those questions for you today. So today we have Jordan here, and we are going to be putting on the 16-inch original 812. And typically with the wire, you want this sitting about 1 to 3 inches behind the hairline. And this all depends on how you want the halo to fit on your head, how comfortable you are with it, and your client's needs. So for Jordan, I'm going to put about 1.5 inches behind the hairline. So I'm going to place that right there and slide this down in the back. Okay, so right away, I can tell that this is way too loose. Do you see this gap between her head and the halo? You absolutely do not want that to be there. So the normal way of refitting your halo is with these very convenient hooks right here on the side. So all we're going to do is take this little hook, and I'm going to slide it up about 2 notches to fit Jordan's head. I'm going to do it on that side, then we're going to turn around and do it on the other side as well. So now we're going to go ahead and put this back on. About 1.5 inches behind the hairline, slide down back. So you can see that's where you want it to fit. This is nice and snug. It's sitting right beneath that occipital bone, but not too loose. So when you take your comb and you start to pull the hair out and over the top, we're pulling all of this weight out from under the halo. So it's going to naturally make the halo slide down a little. So when you first put it on the head, it should feel a little tight. Just going to finish pulling Jordan's hair out and over. How great that looks. So once all of the hair is out and over the top, just brush through and make sure there's no tangles. When we pull up her hair, the halo should be sitting right beneath that occipital bone. And I like to have about 1 finger fit comfortably in here without it being too tight. Now, if your client likes it really snug to the head, absolutely make it a little tighter. If they have a very sensitive head and they want to fit a little looser, that's fine too. It's all about personal preference, but that is a typical fit for your HALOCOUTURE extensions. So Jordan only needed her wire fit to about the 2nd hook. Now for some clients, they might need it fit to about that 5th or 6th hook. And if you needed to go back that far, sometimes what will happen, depending on the client's head shape, is that this wire will buckle. So now your client's got this nice little chunk of hair sticking out of the side of their head. Now you're obviously not going to want that. So in this case, we would actually custom fit the wire to fit your client's head. So to refit the wire, what you're first going to do is make sure that the hook is on the furthest loop. So the loosest loop, the one closest to the edge of the weft on both sides. Then we're just going to go in and we're going to cut the wire off of each side. So just snip off that wire, but we're going to leave the hooks in the loops. So then we're going to take our wire and we're going to go to one side of the halo and loop the wire twice through the hook and tie it off about 4 times. Trim off the excess, and then we're going to go over to the other side and do the same thing. Now on the other side, we're going to loop it through twice, but we're not going to tie it off. Because then, look what happens. We create this movable wire to where now this can be custom fit to fit anyone's head. So we're just going to go back to our model. We're going to take our halo with the extra wire wrapped around our finger. And this is just going to go about 1.5 inches behind our hairline. We're going to slide it down back to where we want it to fit. And then using this extra wire, we are just going to make this nice and tight, or as tight as you want it. So this technique can be used if your client has either a very small head or maybe a very large head, or if they just want that customized fit. So we're just going to make this nice and tight to Jordan's head, and remember you want it to fit nice and tight at first. That feels good, so I'm just going to hold my spot, pull it off, and I'm just going to tie it off again. So about 4 knots. And then we're just going to take our scissors and we're going to trim off the excess. I like to leave about 1 centimeter left on the wire. And then we're going to take our comb and we're just going to put this back on. So I'm going to place about 1.5 inches down. You can see that's fitting nice and snug on Jordan's head. And then we're just going to start to pull her hair out and over. And there you go, a custom fit halo. Okay, so the last thing that we're going to show you is how to conceal your halo. So we get this question a lot, how do I cover that wire? I get that little line across my head and I don't want people to know I'm wearing extensions. So we totally understand. So what we're going to do is we're just going to take the halo and put it on normally, 1.5 inches behind the hairline, and just slide it down to the back. Now with the very tip of your comb, you're going to start right at the wire. Take the comb and slide it all the way down. Make sure you're getting all that hair out over the wire. Now you're going to go in front of the wire as well. So then you're just going to take your comb and comb over the top and get any of those little flyaways out and over. Pull around the hair like normal. And this is another mistake people will make. They'll pull the hair from up here. Okay? This is not getting, look at all that hair I'm leaving underneath. You want to take the comb and slide it all the way along that weft. You want all of this hair out and over the top because that's what's going to disguise the halo. So we're getting all that hair out and over the top, and then we're just going to do the same thing to the wire over here. Up over the top and down under the bottom, and then just comb it out. Very, very easy. And if you're doing this on yourself, just get nice and close to a mirror, you know, and then you can just get those all out yourself. And there you go. Over the top. I'm not just going to put any more little frizzles. I don't know what a frizzle is.
I know in that hotline play.
So if my client...
Look at that. Look.
It's a new word. Frizzle.
Whale. Don't like that.
Couture. What did I mean to say? Frizzies? Or very large head. When your client has a big head. Oh! Jordan had Frizzle. It's like Mrs. Frizzle from the Magic School Bus.
Oh my gosh, okay.